The impact Burns Hargis left on Oklahoma State changed the face of the university. Given the opportunity to become OSU's 18th president in 2008, he served for 13 years and transformed OSU in many ways during his tenure. As president, Burns enthusiastically united the broad OSU community of students, employees, alumni, and donors behind his bold vision of a modern land-grant university that cuts across disciplines to better prepare students for success. The results have been historic. Burns enrolled at OSU after graduating from John Marshall High School and eventually took legendary department head Wilton T. Anderson's Basic Introduction to Accounting course. He loved it so much that he became an accounting major. Burns graduated OSU in 1967 and then went on to graduate from the law school at the University of Oklahoma in 1970. Burns practiced law in Oklahoma City for 28 years, where he worked for the firm McAfee and Taft. He was a candidate for the Republican nomination for governor of Oklahoma in 1990 and is familiar to many Oklahomans through the political perspective and wit he provided on the award-winning television program Flashpoint. In 2002, Burns was appointed as a member of the OSU A&M Board of Regents, but later stepped down in 2007 when the opportunity to become OSU president presented itself. He served the university as president from 2008 to 2021.
Burns hired me in 2012. He was one of 3 presidents that were involved in the search process. And I remember asking him, why would I want to come to the Big 12? Because it looked like rats leaving a sinking ship. And Burns was particularly instrumental in spending the next couple hours telling me how the public perception and the private reality were not the same thing. Additionally, he ended up serving 3 years as our board chair. And so we worked together very closely, and he's provided tremendous leadership for the Big 12 and has been a great friend to me.
You know, if you've worked with Burns a long time, he's always kind and he's always curious. He has goals for the university. He never loses sight of those, no matter what's going on. So it's really a delight to work with him. Not judgmental, but focused, I would say. And you might not realize he's that focused.
To me, Burns is so respected within the business arena and the university because he's lived it, before coming to the university. He's very well-rounded, well-read, and people respect his opinion. Then you combine that with the university and his leadership, and what he's done for the university has put us in an amazing spot, and he's continued to perform.
Well, I think he's had great success in a lot of different areas. He's been a politician, he's been a lawyer, he's been a banker, he's been a university trustee, a university executive. And I think in all of those areas, he's developed a reputation for being forthright and frank. And he has found centers of excellence at Oklahoma State University that are really enduring.
Burns guided OSU to record enrollment and record fundraising, with pledges and cash surpassing the $1 billion Branding Success campaign goal nearly 2 years ahead of schedule. OSU's giving has focused on student scholarships, faculty, and other vital resources and programs. Hargis also oversaw a construction boom that transformed the OSU campus to be more competitive in academics and athletics. Most recently, the crescent-shaped business building and spectacular McKnight Center for the Performing Arts are new campus icons.
Burns has done more for Oklahoma State University, I think, than any single person ever has. And that includes Boone, whom we are so grateful for. Burns has been such a tremendous leader at Oklahoma State. His vision of what this university could be and should be, and the ability to put that into action. That's a rare gift. And to be able to motivate people to see his vision. People follow a leader they want to follow because he's likable, he has a sense of humor, he can laugh at himself, and not everyone can.
OSU is important to Burns because he's OSU people. He's an alumni. He's thoughtful, and I think you look at Burns, you talk to Burns, he's exactly the cloth of people that come out of OSU.
Burns enjoys making a difference. And I think that's the reason he took the presidency at Oklahoma State, because he thought that he could make more of a difference for the university. He wants people to excel, and he is intent upon helping people to excel. Burns is a great enabler, and he helps you to get more out of yourself than perhaps you think you can get out of yourself. Well, I think he has a heart for giving, but it's really his willingness to devote his time, talent, and treasure to helping the enterprise grow. And I think Spears has been one of the recipients of those talents.
He's just that kind of person. He gives back. That's how you should always be. So, and he truly believes that. I give that little speech every time I do a Lou Wentz presentation. It's don't forget the win wins, and when you get an opportunity to give back. Now, he says that exact same thing all the time. Give back, and he does it.
Well, I didn't know him as an Oklahoma State student. I don't know what kind of a student he was. I suspect that he was probably a pretty good tailgater in his days, but I do remember hearing a story about him being a roommate with Abraham Lincoln at one time. So I don't know about the accuracy of that, but that's certainly been reported.
What people should know about Burns is how authentic he is, and he really does, care about the students. He cares about the university. He cares about people around him. He's a great family man. He loves his wife and his family, and he's genuine.
Well, congratulations, Burns. I was, like everyone else, quite surprised you already weren't in the Hall of Fame, but it's well deserved. And if Miss Ann could come with you, she should get a position too. So congratulations and best wishes for everything you do in the future. Thank you for all you've done for OSU. We truly appreciate it.
Burns, you're a true gentleman. I can't thank you enough for the things that you've done for me and for the wonderful colleague and friend that you have been. You have led a school and a state and a conference to distinction, and we will be forever grateful for your relationship with the Big 12 and all that you've done for Oklahoma State University.
Burns, congratulations on this honor. It's well deserved. I can't tell you enough how I appreciate you and Ann and your leadership over the last several years. Your guidance for everybody on campus and throughout has been admired. You deserve this, particularly for the business school, as you know and understand the importance of business throughout the university, mixing with the other disciplines. You've always made that a priority. Thank you as a alumni of the business school, and thank you most because you're my friend. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newest member of the Spears Business Hall of Fame, Burns Hargis.